Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this. I much appreciate it. Now you may be saying, "What the heck, web fishing?" Whoops, that was a terrible cast. Yeah, and I was just playing web fishing, not for the content of the video, really, mostly because I just wanted to sort of chat for a second here. So I might not reel in a fish every time I see it. I got the patient bobber, so please forgive. So there was a tweet that kind of blew up, and it is by this VTuber named Nix Hesperia. Let me see if I can pull up the image here. Uh, and essentially, they were saying, hold on, let me just, oh, doing it instead of just editing it, I put it in live. Anyway, uh, you'll see that they're saying VTubers and streamers. I know it's meant to be encouraging, but I keep seeing posts reading reminding 5 people, viewers, lots full room, blah blah. 5 years aren't going to pay rent. Essentially, this is a person being having all that is essentially a person being upset that the streaming isn't a financially viable option for them, and that's a completely understandable uh, reason to be upset. However, it reads really fucking bad, right? It reads really really bad because like without delving, I've already delved into this person's tweet a little bit more, and I've kind of like mulled it over in my head, and it's like it sounds like essentially like which a lot of people are assuming, like a lot of people are in this plot with me, where it's like, okay, you're treating viewers as cash grabs. That's not cool, bro, and that isn't cool. However, also I think there is a bit of like one, it's okay to be on like Twitter has forgotten it's okay for people to be frustrated that things aren't working out as much as they'd like it to, right? Uh, and I think a lot of this thing has sort of been blown out of proportion. I'm gonna swap my beta. Um, it's kind of been blown out of proportion. A lot of people essentially like saying that this person is, I don't know, just scummy, looking, should just get a real job and stuff like that. It's like, which is like, I mean, rude, I guess, but like, you know, uh, but really the thing is like acknowledging the first part of the tweet of like streamers being like, oh, 5 viewers is a lot and stuff. Uh, that is nice. It's true. 5 people is a lot. That's a full room. That's 5 people taking time out of their day to watch you. I get about 5 viewers, or stream depending on the game, and I'm happy with that. Uh, However, I definitely understand the vision that people have. Like, if it comes from a viewer who, or from a streamer who gets like 1,000 views or even like a few hundred views, it's like, okay, buddy, you're saying that from like, you don't have to. You're saying it from you've already made it, right? It's like you've already crossed the finish line and you're looking back at someone who's struggling. It's like, oh, keep going, man. It's like, and just like, yeah, I could definitely see how they could definitely feel condescending. It's in that way of like, of someone essentially like you describe something bad happened to you, and then someone else goes, "Oh yeah, I remember when something like that happened to me." It's like, no, I don't care what happened to you. I'm talking about my problem, which is currently happening right now. But yeah, I mean, really, like, what do you consider a lot of viewers? Like, I don't think I'd consider 5 a lot of viewers. Like, it's viewers, definitely, right? And you should appreciate them for being there, especially if they're sticking around, if they're consistent. But like, I probably would consider like my. I'd say a lot of viewers for me is like if I had to like throw a bone to the wind and just like land on a number, I'd probably consider like at least 50 plus. I'd start consider like, wow, that's a lot of viewers. Maybe that's a bit, and that's like obviously with some adjustments. Like, I'm not going to say that 25 is a small amount of viewers, especially for a smaller streamer. But it's like 50 up feels good to say that's a lot of viewers. The others it's just like, oh, it's I don't know. Maybe that's just how my brain works though. Uh, and they made a second tweet in the morning, obviously replying to it. Uh, oh wow, okay, this is really long. Let me crack it open on the old window capture. Uh, Good morning, Nixies and others. Now things have calmed down. A little things I want to say. A few things. A lot of people took what I was saying and ran with it so far that it's a little unbelievable. Never once did I say I expect people to pay for my bills, nor is that an expectation of anyone who follows me. They know that more than anyone. I am not, never will be afraid of sharing my opinion. Possible, like this because it should be possible in the VTuber community. Essentially, like They're just saying it once it did get blown out of proportion, which is definitely true. Because I mean, that's just the Twitter classic, right? It's just you say one thing and they're like, "Oh, you hate waffles." I don't really know where else I was going with this video. I had a whole rant planned in my head, but it kind of just like fell apart as I started talking. Uh, but one thing I think is like streaming. Streaming takes time. Thank you, Razer Update. I'm very glad you're covering up my game. Streaming takes time. I think if you want to become a streamer, you have to be consistent, right? Don't do 2 hours every Monday and expect it to work. Like even my schedule is pretty bad. My schedule is like 3 days a week. I really should be doing more, especially because I have the time. But like 3 hours, 3 hours like for 3 days a week. Honestly, that could be even good. You also have to remember like time wise, really like who's gonna like more optimal time. Because if you stream at like in the middle of the day, you have people. Oh wow, this is a big fish. You have the people that are like at work and stuff can't watch you, and then if you stream at night, well, it's like all the people that are sleeping. So you really have to find that nice balance of like what works for you, while also like, oh my god, I'm sorry, hold on. Uh, where is it? Okay, not. Oh, there it is. It's a small whale. Amazing. Put that away. Amazing. Greatest game of all time. Ah, fuck. Now I just need to catch the golden manta ray and we're good. But yeah, let me read some of the quote tweets of the original post. Simply to like talk about those more. Obviously, a lot of them are just memes about getting a job, which is like, okay, not really constructive. But like here, someone named JFJ, who's a fairly big content creator as far as I'm aware. If you don't appreciate the ones who care, you'll never appreciate anyone. Toxic positivity to do this money for the start. Although in the original tweet, they never said they did this for money. It's just, when you're struggling to pay bills and then some big streamer who doesn't have to worry about money comes in and is like, oh, 5 years a lot. I definitely understand what's the term? The disdain comments like that get. I mean, that's also just personally me. I'm definitely more of a vindication person rather than a comfort person. Hold on, let's see if anything good here other than just saying the damn thing. This one says, I think VTubers should stop trying to expect a career out of streaming in the first 2 years because that is a case of extreme luck. To be able to become partners big in less than a year is insane. I've seen it happen. It's not standard streaming. Yeah, I think that is true. I've seen a lot of VTubers who kind of like people think VTubing is different to streaming because there's like an anime girl. It's like, wow. But really, all VTubing is just a more expensive stream. Really, like them models are not cheap. Thank you, Razer Cortex. Very appreciate that notification. But yeah, it's like I mean, a lot of like startup streamers and VTubers need this harsh reality check of, hey, sometimes it takes a while to work out. Some people, and it's definitely a situation of like if you see someone get really lucky off a viral clip and all of a sudden they fucking explode, like Queso or Speedo, who didn't really, or Speedo, Queso and iShow Speed, who didn't really have that gradual growth. They kind of just exploded, right? Like Queso exploded. Speed exploded, a bunch of YouTubers explode, and then if in the VTubing community, especially when you see people in these companies like HoloLive, VShojo, Nijisanji, where essentially they're given a big audience, right? It's definitely like, oh man, you forget a lot of the big names in VTubing were essentially given their audience, right? Now, to explain that so that people don't take that out of context, I'm not saying someone like Gargura or especially Calliope Mori, Takanashi Kiara, Pomo Rain Puff when she was in Nijisanji. I'm not saying all these corpo VTubers don't work hard. In fact, they work really hard. Especially, the corpo contracts are not nice. But also like they're running off of a good reputation already, right? Like Gargura was already a fairly successful YouTuber before HoloLive, But they were like kind of a shorts meme creator. Obviously, not much of a streamer as far as I'm aware. Same with like Kiara. Same with Callie. She's a rapper before Hololive and will be rapper after Hololive. But so these are already like big talents getting scouted into essentially what is a talent agency. Uh, but I think a lot of VTubers, especially like indie ones that are starting out, they look at these corpo VTubers and see how like them explode, like in just like overnight, essentially getting hundreds of thousands of subscribers. It's definitely like, oh man, why isn't this working for me? Well, here's a word of advice to indie VTubers and small streamers out there: don't look at the corporates. Don't look at the Hololive. Don't look at Niji Sanji. I mean, you can kind of look at V Shoujo if you want. They're closer to indie, especially because a lot of the founders did start up as normal. But like, find a indie VTuber you can look up to, and look off that. See like their journey. It's like, okay, this person who's not paid by a company, does not have a salary, they made it. I can do it too. And obviously, then from there you just gotta, I don't want to say work on yourself, but like find out what like you have to find a balance of what you like, content you like to make, and then also find out what the viewers want to watch, and find that nice in betweens where it's like, okay, I'm making content I like to make, and the VTubers or the viewers are also liking it. Because man, if you like, there's some YouTubers out there and they make certain types of content, and I'm like, I look at them and I can see the lifelessness in their eyes, and I'm like, are you okay, man? How deep was the sigh was when you turned the recording off? My voice is killing me right now. Where's my water bottle? But yeah, VTubing is not. I feel like it's slightly ingrained in the back of people's head. As I said earlier, that VTubing is like an easier way to success to stream, because like you can always just go hot anime boobies, right? Which works for some, but once again, like VTubers are no different than streamers, other than the fact that they have like the worry about the visual aspect, right? Like all a streamer has to do, especially if they use a webcam. Obviously, I use a PNG, so I'm not even in this discussion. If you use a webcam, all you have to worry about is like looking clean, right? You just wear a nice shirt. Don't even have to wear nice clothes. You can just wear a clean shirt. Comb your hair, wash your face, do all that. Or if you don't have a webcam, you don't even have to worry about it. You just have to have decent mic quality. But if you have a VTuber, it's like, okay, a VTuber that has good aesthetics, right? A quality model, decent looking model. All this like theme and overlay stuff. Like overlays are so important for VTubers, I feel like, and I feel like not enough people realize it. Because VTubing is aesthetics based, right? It's completely aesthetics based. Like, they say that looks won't help you stream, which is true, but also, like, a lot of people, like, models are your advertisement, essentially. It's a billboard saying, okay, like, there's some models I've seen where I'm like, okay, this is pretty solid, not my type of stuff. And then I've seen some models where I'm like, what the hell's going on in here? I gotta click on this. Oh, big fish, lock in. Maybe not a big fish. Oh, I can't even make it. Oh, I made it. Oh! Hell yeah. What? Bruh. At least we got a coin bag. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, and I'm not saying get a model to purely attract viewers. Get a model you like, but be aware that your model's part of the aesthetics for the stream. And I think overlays are also important. So you should get overlays that you like and match your aesthetic, and you have to realize that overlays also cost money because you have to pay an artist. Or if you make your own, then you don't have to, I guess. It's going to be a 4-star? Hell yeah. What we got here? Radiant large Arctic salmon. It's like a non-Atlantic salmon, but Atlantic. I said Arctic. That's not correct. But I don't have any success for actually being a popular streamer. I mean, I'm not a popular streamer. I probably wouldn't consider myself a streamer if people asked me what I did. I'd probably say, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I make Dark Tide and other content. That's another thing that you need. I will say though, if you want to get more views, especially as a VTuber, like if you want, or not even more views, engagement, Shorts and TikToks are like so important for a VTuber. I feel like the amount of times I've seen a VTuber on a short and I've went and checked them out is so high. Shorts are like so good. They say to be a popular streamer you need a YouTube channel, and that's probably true, right? So you can like boil stream highlights down, people come watch live. That's absolutely true. But I feel like for a VTuber, shorts and TikToks are like a whole new medium. Like, I mean, a lot of like flesh tubers and flesh streamers also use shorts, but I feel like VTubers can use that so much more, like effectively. And I don't know why. It's just I'm going purely off vibes, and maybe it's because my algorithm is like showing me more VTubers, so I feel like I'm aware of more things. But it just definitely feels like shorts are way more important for VTubers than they are for flesh tubers. Uh, yeah, I don't really have a point for this video. I'm kind of coming to the end of my thoughts here. Uh, but yeah, how many viewers is a lot to you, I guess? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. I'm going to catch this fish. Alright, what do we got in the buckets? Small squid? Small toad? Alright, let's sell our fish and do a little gambling, huh? Didn't use all our bait, obviously, but, you know, I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me catch 75 fish. But I will make you watch me gamble a few times. Alrighty. Oh, god damn it. Hey, we got 125. We did not make our money back, but it's fine. Oh, Pog. We have not made our money back. Alright, win big, win big, win big. I don't think we're winning anything. No! God damn it, I'm gonna drink this beer now. Alright, well, that brings us to the end of the video. It's kind of an completely unscripted or unpathed rant that kind of didn't end up going anywhere, but I digress. If you made this fun video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe or don't. I am not your mother, but you better brush your teeth. Now have a good one. Bye-bye.